not the kind of guy you want to get in the way of.
No, exactly. He's a hard man to stop coming down the lane, but you've got to have good position before the play starts.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
A bit ago, Mike Malone and I were able to chat. We talked about the difficulties of facing a player like Chris Paul, and he said that what makes Paul so incredible is his court vision. He explained that there haven't been many players like Paul who can pick a defense apart with both his passing ability and his patience in the offensive sets, saying really, he can just wait you out until he sees a weakness, and that's where he attacks.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And it's the Suns with the ball. After the miss from Murray, Paul kicks to Crowder. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
Crowder's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. He kicks it to Porter. Denver passing it around. Murray, the pass to Harris. Here's Jukic. The shot misses. Now the Suns take it the other way. Down low, Bridges. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive. No, he hammered that down, but superb above the rim action. Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
Paul with the ball. The dish to Crowder. Back to Paul. Feeds it to Crowder. Suns keep it alive. Kicks it to Booker.
Take it away. What's the roll?
Second chance shot, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint. Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
Do it now. Nuggets dancers.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Passes it to Murray. They need this one. Crowder pulls it in.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger. Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
And here are the Suns now. After the missed free from Murray. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Well, you know, I tell you what, guys, it's a tough road to hoe when you're trying to rebuild in the Western Conference. There's just no room or margin for error, and teams pile on while you're down.
The Nuggets trail by 9. He dishes it to Green. Pass to Barton. Fires for 3, and that one's good. And back to the Suns in the West. They did finish with the worst record in the conference. They managed only 17 wins, Steve, against other teams in the West.
And that wasn't the worst mark, but it was close. The Suns' problem was that they didn't have a huge inside presence for long stretches of the season. And when you lack depth against teams with tough power forwards or centers out west, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball. Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Now, here is Morris. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's Payne. The pass to Sarge. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. And Booker kicks to Sarge. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. He feeds it to Porter. Dishes to Morris. Oh, good with the triple.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Booker the pass to Sarge. To the middle. Here's Payne. Pass to Sarge. It's stolen by Green, and now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Passes it to Sarge. Good on the three-point shot. Sarge has got 6 points.
Wow, he's got such a sweet three-point stroke. The way he can shoot it, forcing opposing bigs out on the perimeter, can really open up the lane.
Here's Morris. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so the first quarter is in the books. Suns lead by 8. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
Denver with the ball. Trailing here by 8. From about 16, Carter with the block. Pass to Galloway. Back to Carter. Six on the shot clock. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Barton. He passes to Morris. There's the feed to Green. It's picked off. Carter drives in. Gives him the lead pass. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And the pass to Galloway. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Nice open look, but it's no good.
I tell you, he had all the time in the world to get that shot.
You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires.
And Phoenix has possession after the made shot from Morris. Johnson off the pick from Sarge. Passes it to Galloway. Back to Carter. Shot clock at 5. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Well, Clark, as you said, a lot of the players that left the Suns last season, such as Steve Nash and Grant Hill, had trouble keeping their health up. And Steve, I don't know, you've been in that organization. Whatever they are doing that are keeping those players healthy and in top shape has been working. They are admirable in the way they have led that club.
Well, it's a tremendous training staff. They've just always done a very good job of keeping their guys healthy by getting them in the training room every day for work, by combining the strength program with the training schedule. But a lot of confidence in that staff from the players, and I think it really shows. You know, something that I've seen and that I've noticed is how well he reads an opponent's eyes. He just seems to anticipate exactly where he's going to go with the ball.
That's a good observation by you, Steve, and that's exactly why so many of his steals come from picking off passes. He really thinks the game out and usually stays one step ahead. Some thought the Nuggets might be a dark horse team to get to the Western Conference Finals last season, but they didn't even get out of the first round. They lost to the Warriors, a very good Warriors team, in 6 games.
And he sinks the second. And going back to that series, Clark, I think it was easily one of the most exciting series of the first round, but the Nuggets knew they would have an uphill battle when they dropped game 2 at home. You know, Steve, they looked like they missed Gallinari in some of those games, obviously.
Well, I think anytime you're down a three-point shooter, it makes it very difficult, particularly in the playoffs when teams can sit back and pack the paint. So I thought that was what that series showed, is that in the postseason, the best three-point shooting team often has a big advantage, and the Warriors clearly were much better from the beyond the arc.
The Suns shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Well, one of the highlights last season, this team shot the ball extremely well from the stripe. Huge factor.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys. Well, you know, the Suns dropped from being a team that could fight for a playoff spot to the cellar of the West last season, and much of that you could attribute to how much they struggled on the road.
Denver calls timeout. Well, the Suns did have a lot of trouble on the road, as you were saying, Clark. Only managed to win 8 games as the visiting team, Steve, the entire season. That's not good.
Well, 8 wins is unacceptable. And it actually tied the Suns with the Kings for the fewest road wins in the entire conference. So, look, this is a young team. They have a lot of learning to do. They've got to add talent. I think the rebuilding project has started, and they're going to get better, but it's still going to take some time.
Here's Murray. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And it's Harris off the drive. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Paul. Suns leading by 10. Pass to Galloway. Back to Paul. He kicks it to Crowder. 6 to shoot. The pass to Galloway. Tries it from 19 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. He's got 6. The Nuggets have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Back to Millsap. Pass to Murray. Shoots, and that's good for 2. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Paul outside. Feeds to Crowder. Back to Paul. This one for 3. No one.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Jukic, defended by Crowder. Shot clock at 6. There's the lob to the hoop.
Maybe that'll ignite. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeky. That's what those alley-oops do, though.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in. .158 left in the second quarter. Now here's Paul. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Heaton. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, he gives them a terrific option whenever they've got the ball, because he's mastered a lot of the moves that you need to be a premier scorer down in the low block.
And you've also got to love what a forceful low-post defender he is. If he blocks one of your shots, you remember it. He sends them into the stands to make a point.
And that one misses.
You know, it's pretty hard not to ask the question after the Nuggets were bounced in the first round of the playoffs if, in fact, they were better constructed for the regular season than the playoffs.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Harris outside. Lock at 6. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. The Nuggets making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Suns leading by 10. You know, continuing to talk about the Nuggets, it is a fair question to ask because this group, Steve, has been so successful in the regular season, but has yet to make a big splash in the postseason.
Yeah, I think they've advanced out of the first round one time in the last 9 seasons. So, I think it's a fair question, Kevin. I think you can win playing fast, but you have to have balance. Look at the Spurs last year. They played a very high tempo, but they played excellent defense as well. You've got to have some kind of a balance to win in the postseason.
So it's Denver now after the miss from Booker. Now the dish to Harris. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Harris has got 6. The Suns have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. A drive by Paul. There's the 3, and that one's good. Paul's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Murray, defended by Booker. Millsap dishes to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Murray. For the 3. That was good. He has 5.
Looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall. And if they're smart, they will hold for the last shot.
That's got to be the objective here, Steve.
Stolen away. Picked away. Here's Paul. And so that's the end of the first half. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 8. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Thanks for joining us at halftime. We got a terrific game going on at Pepsi Center. For the Phoenix Suns, they have the lead against Denver. Wiping the glass defensively. Look, no streaks. They're preventing any second chance opportunities. CP3 coming in loud and clear. Everything finding its way through the rim, and he's been filling it up early. And still in it, the Nuggets hanging around. Their offense has been firing on all cylinders. It's been a thing of beauty. And that's all there is to it. Thanks so much for spending halftime with me. Now it's time to send you back out for the start of the third quarter.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The second half just about to get going here. Now Murray. Kicks it to Millsap. Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Here's Paul. He dishes it to Crowder. Tipped. And it's Paul penetrating. Bridges. And there's the call by the official. And it's Paul penetrating. Bridges. And there's the call by
That one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Can you hear the crowd kind of murmuring? I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
The Nuggets trail by 11. There's the pass to Murray. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. That is always going to allow you to maintain your lead. Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Denver calls timeout.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots in the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Dishes it to Porter. Porter gets a screen from Murray. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Millsap trying to get open. Harris misses.
Last year, Denver, a team that really liked to get out and run, and part of the reason was they were not an excellent three-point shooting team. So George Karl wanted his team to score early before defenses had a chance to set up against them. And there were some really poor three-point shooting games throughout the year. Remember, they were 0 for 22 from beyond the arc in a December loss. Don't see that very often.
Here's Harris after the made shot from Bridges. Back to Harris. Cannons the shot from the wing. Harris has got 8 points.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
As you said, Steve, just one of those nights that they wanted to put behind them as soon as the final whistle blew. You would think that Clark, after starting 0 of 12 from 3, they'd have just given up on the long-range shot.
Well, Kevin, the Nuggets last year didn't take a whole lot of threes. They were in the bottom 5 in terms of shooting percentage beyond the arc, and normally wouldn't hoist many up, but they just kept at it that game. I would have stopped trying to hit from deep after the first dozen misses.
And so here's Denver following the shot by Chris Paul, but they'll get another chance. He feeds it to Millsap. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Suns leading by 11. Timeout called. The Suns. The Suns making a change here. And Sarge kicks to Johnson. Phoenix, no good that time either.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
And here is Morris. Jukic, defended by Sarge. Here's Barton. Off the left rim and out. The Suns have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now, here in the third. Booker the pass to Sarge. And the Suns miss again. The Nuggets trail by 11. Jukic, defended by Sarge. Passes to Murray. He passes to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. They grab their own miss. Pass the ball. Now Murray, defended by Sarge. Murray, good.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Suns leading by 9. Here's Payne. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Six to shoot. And Sarge kicks to Booker. And it comes off the front of the rim. Denver's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above.
There's the pick. Back to Johnson. Looking to end the drought. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
And the Suns making a change here. Phoenix shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. .105 left in the third quarter of the game. Now, here is Morris, defended by Paul. Morris with the ball. Pass to Green. It's up a three. Cut the bucket. Green's got 5 points so far.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Now here is Carter. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The ball fires the three. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Morris off a bit from Ball. The open shot, Harris. Phoenix grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Carter dishes to Johnson. The feed to Paul. The pass to Bridges. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball, really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. They're hitting their shots.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Suns lead by 12.
All right.
And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Suns?
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets.
And Booker kicks to Paul. There's the pick. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Paul's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Suns. Here's Murray, defended by Paul. Millsap a screen on Paul. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Hits it from three-point range.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Inside.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Harris passes to Murray. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. No good on the three.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But, Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Back to Paul. He kicks to Crowder. Feeds to Paul. Here's the three. The shot no good. And it's Denver the other way. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Denver calls timeout. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. The dish to Harris. Passes it to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
That's good for Murray. And both free throws, good for Murray.
And at the free throw line, it's all about consistency with him. Same routine, same stroke.
Phoenix calls timeout. Phoenix leading by 11. Ball outside. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Kicks to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Booker.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
Here's Jukic, and it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
One shot. Suns lean by 10. Ball kicks to Crowder. Back the ball. He dishes it to Crowder. No good from outside. Pass to Bridges. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Heaton. Back the ball. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. The tie for the ball. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Johnson the screen. Knocked away and stolen by Hinch. Dishes it to Porter. Lots of room. And another miss by Denver. Suns leading by 10. Paul passes to Booker. Fires the three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 8th assist in the game.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
You know, they can't afford to be playing so loose like that right now.
Exactly. I mean, this is when they need to tighten things up, firm things up, be more focused, not the other way around.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Johnson outside. To the inside. Pocket 6. That's good. Booker's got 7 now in this quarter.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Here's the screen. Murray, good.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy do. Very, very well done.
Now here's Paul. He's covered by Murray. Paul outside. He feeds it to Crowder. Johnson outside. Three-pointer. Goes back up. Rejected by Harris. Deflected. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. From beyond the arc. Can't get it to go.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And Booker kicks to Johnson. He passes to Paul. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Now Murray. Pass to Harris. Here's Murray. It's 2-on-1. Kicks it out to Johnson. Leads him in there. The feed to Booker. And there's the pass to Crowder. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. No good from Booker.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Murray, good.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
The Suns have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Now here's Paul. So it's the Suns winning easily here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just did one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Well, that'll do it. For Dorisburg, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul.
Astro.